Hey guys, it's Chef Spalding back with another video. Today we're going to be going over the easiest way to make money on this game. Whether you buy the DLC, which I don't recommend if you're a newer player, learn the game a bit, and then if you want to buy a DLC, get into it, whatever, your choice. But today we're going to be going over the sharks. Where are the shark spots? Over here on the Amazonian River. What's the best setup to catch them? Easiest way to make money? Best setup? Well, about to show you. Let's go to our inventory. Now, this may sound crazy, and it is, but it works. It's very effective. It's a lower end, super easy, super cheap. Worst thing about it is, you need a 10-aught hook to catch trophies. You don't need a 10-aught hook. You can use, 7 and 8, but they come very seldom on those. 10-aught, you can get, you get a higher probability of trophies, but this is the setup that I use. And, well, a lot of other players use. So we're going to go with Choi 19.8. It's, max out 11 pounds. It's great, you know. Uh, Next, we're going with the Espira ML. It does not have to be the gold edition. It's just the one that I have. Got it out of the gold pack back, when I switched to PC, bought the pack just so I can, get up and going. Um, so I think this is a level 12, 15, somewhere around there, maybe 20. It's not that high, but it's cheap. That's what I'm trying to say. If you go to your braid, 13-pound braid, I usually use a pear-shaped float. Doesn't have to be the glowing one. I just like the way it acts, but you can use whatever bobber you want. We're going to be going to a certain depth, certain length on the rod, so it's up to you this is just my choice. 10-aught hook is one of the best ones to use. Barbless is the way to go, but it doesn't really matter because it's trophy. When the trophies come, you're still making a shit ton of money. Now, there is debate on what the thing is. It's like 20-25% more with the barbless. Go ahead and use barbless, But right now, yeah, I got barbless. Go ahead and throw it on. And two different baits. We got blood, lower end, duck muscle, little higher end bait, but blood is very effective. It is a lower end item, so it is effective, but duck muscle always works. We're going to go ahead and go with duck muscle. Also show you that blood works as well. And we're going to go in. So, pull up the map. I'm here at the boat dock starting off. Pull up our time, see the fishing time. We're going to go about here. That should work. I'm going to pull up our map, show you the spots on the map. Here's the boat dock. So the first spots, if you see the two rivers coming through here, out front of both of them. So I can usually catch 3 here. You can catch more than 3, but I usually catch 3 and then go to the next spot if I haven't hit my trophy. Now, if I hit my trophy, then I go and move on to the next spot automatically because, essentially that's what we're after. Next spot down here, I usually catch 1, maybe 2. I don't spend a whole lot of time here. They don't hit as hard as they do down here, in my experience. Now, other people, you may have different experience. But for me, this one's a little bit slower than this spot down here because I'd rather be out here where we have a multitude of spots. So, if you look, you're going to hit this river, come out, you can go either direction. I usually just go down and around. Come out to this first spot, you're going to see an island here, you're going to fish in between, or you can fish this edge. I'll show you it when we get there. Then you're going to leave this to the next little set of islands coming up. You're going to pass the big one on your right side and go and fish in between these. Then you're going to come down the next 2 little islands, fish over here. You're going to skip that one, and this is the well-known spot over here where everybody, and their mother fishes. But there are a multitude of spots, especially if you're just learning the map. There is one more out here. If you come in here, you're going to see that I got a unique electric eel sitting here. I got another eel spot there. We got arapaima, but if you come here, there's going to be a little point right here that you can pull up to. It's not much room to stand on, But you sit there and you go out and you cast. I can't remember how far it is, but it's around here. Here's the GPS coordinates right here if you want to screenshot that. I will not be driving all the way over in this video, but there's the coordinates. You can go find that one, have some fun. So you can see I caught that trophy with blood. Yep. So, without further ado, let's get in the boat, catch fish. I will be visiting all the spots on this side, just to show you that it does work. Well, so, first spot, first river. Make sure that your boat is not anchored down. Okay, this is very important. Do not anchor your boat down, or you will lose fish. Alright, next. How deep? 10 inches. 10 inches is the way to go. Now, the max I'll go is 25 inches, but 10 inches usually works phenomenal. 10 inches, you can actually see the shark come up to the surface of the water. He'll start playing with it, wait, or they'll come up, fiddle with it a little bit, and then take off. We'll see here. So I got those two markers there. Those are both trophy markers, but I've caught more trophy, and just in the general area than just those two. I just have those markers set up. Time to sit back and wait. When the shark comes up, you'll be able to see him surface at the water, sit there and play with it. Obviously wait for the hit, bring him in. Now, let's talk about how far to stay out. Don't be casting out like 80 feet out, because he's probably going to get away, he's probably going to bite it off. There is no leader on here. The reason why there's no leader on here, because, oh, well, lost that one. Is because there's no point. We're using an 11-pound rod, right? The max I like going is 42. On this rod, it pulls the fish out of the water at 32 feet. It can touch 32 and pull back out, but 32 feet is when it brings it in. So I like to stay above that 32 feet mark. 39, 42. I don't like going 35, 36 because what just happened there? Yes, I was at 41, but I messed up on my keys. It's been a while since I played. I'm just coming back in, do some videos of people it's been asking me to make. When you're at 35, 34, you run that risk of pulling out the bobber out of the water before you actually strike the shark correctly. So having that farther distance is still pretty easy to bring them in. I'll show you this on our next fish. Just make sure you got some distance in between that 32-foot mark so you don't keep on yanking it out of its mouth. Now, you can sit at 35. You can do that. Make sure that it's pulled down, set the hook, and then pull up. Don't just, instant set and pull because it'll rip it out of its mouth. Set the hook and then go, but you still run the risk of yanking its mouth out of the water, all depending on how far away from the bobber you are. So I would suggest, 39, 38, 40, 41, 42. I wouldn't go any farther than 42. I just find 42 to be pretty effective. You can always just put it in reverse instead of, casting it back out, reeling into the 42. Just put it in reverse and, bring it to the 42 mark. Once the fish hits, the line's going to stay tight anyway. You'll be able to pull the fish in. Now I typically wait about a minute, and if I don't see a fish, shark come up and fiddle with it at all, I'll reel in, cast back out, reset the fish, the bite marker, bite rate, shall I say. we go. Oh. Fiddling with it. Looks like he came up and just yeah, he just came up and touched it and ran away. Now, the difference between blood and the duck mussel seems to be more effective on the sunny days and the partly cloudy days. On the cloudy days, blood seems to be more effective overall. Um, why? If you want to know why, we can do that in another video. I can show you the difference overall on bite rate between the two. Just put it down in comments and we can go from there. Today we're just going to show spots, catch one here, catch one in the next spot, so on and so forth. Here we go. So as you can see, I had it at 42. I was sitting right in front of him, and our first one is 412 pounds trophy. Barbless, 23,748 XP, 52 grand about. And I do have the premium, so I got a bit more, but this would be probably about a $40,000 fish, 42,000 somewhere around there. But it's a good one. So next one, we're gonna go to our next location, which will be the front of the other one. Now, all the locations I'm showing you today do have trophies. If they didn't have trophies, I wouldn't be showing them to you. That was a monster of a trophy, by the way. Typically, you'll hit like 350s, so on and so forth. That was a nice trophy. So I'm gonna cast out in front again. Now, if you look at the tip of my pole, you go to the 42-foot mark. Look at the tip of my pole. You can fish from here to over here on the right, and they hit all the way across. But this is just a spot that I've had the most luck with trophies at. We just had one lick and leave, so we'll wait on the next one. And after a while of fishing these, you'll notice a size difference when they pop up in the water at the edge of the bobber, whether it's going to be a bull, whether it's going to be a young, a regular trophy. You'll see the size difference in the water, which props to fishing planning on doing that because, you know, back in the day, we didn't have any of these effects when I first started. It's very minimalist. They've done a lot of updates on this, make this a lot more realistic than what it was. Props to Fishing Planet on that. Again, I only leave it out there for maybe a minute. And then it's time to reset the bite rate. Is what I'm doing. As you see in the last one, as soon as I casted it out at the other location before the trophy, as soon as I casted it out, I had something else come up. And as I said earlier, this spot is slower than the first spot. So just take your time. There is a trophy here, whether you catch it or not. It's all, numbers within the game, whether you do. Just be patient. It'll come. Another trick you can do if you want to cast out a bit farther, say 50 feet, and then pull your boat towards it. So when that fish does hit, it automatically tightens. You can pull it out. As you've seen, I was pretty close over top the bobber on that trophy. Still at 42 feet, but the line tightens up and it brought it right in. If you want to bring it out to 50, and instead of recasting every single time, you can bring it in 5 feet, bring it in another 5 feet, and then if you don't catch anything, bring it in. What that does is it resets the bite rate again, reeling it in that distance. Hmm. That didn't look too much like a shark to me. Alright, so we see there are sharks here. Had two come up to it. I'm going to move on to the next location. I don't want to spend too long. Like I said, this is a slower spot. Just take your time. These other spots are not slow. And I do have the biggest map. Sorry, the biggest net available. It doesn't matter if you have a net big enough to catch these fish, okay? There's plenty of fish on here that you can keep, you know, catch to get money within here. If you're looking to level up, it's a great way to level up. So we're going to come out of there, take a right. We're going to come up to this first set of islands. Now, through here, we're going to have to deal with something that we didn't have to deal with on the other end of things, okay? The current. So what I like to do is put it in reverse just a little bit to where I'm sliding back, and the current's going to take over my boat. I'm going to cast in the middle here. It does not have to be exactly where I'm at. It can be where the tip of my rod is, farther up, and what we're going to do, we're just going to let it float. If you're wondering where exactly I'm sitting, kick back to the beginning of the video, and it's the first location out here that I showed you. So we got our first one coming up to it. And we got a young. 9,100 bucks, 4,800 XP, easy. So caught one here. It's another trophy spot, like I said, but I'm gonna show you that each spot you can catch a shark at. I'm not gonna try to catch a trophy in each one because this video will be, you know, decently long, and I'm trying to keep it short. Again, I kicked it in reverse just a little bit. Current's going to pick up the boat, and it's going to start pulling it towards that bobber. Next fish on. 32 feet. He's in. Another young. Next position is right ahead of us. Again, there's another trophy spot. So you can back the boat up a little bit, cast back in that spot. I usually catch 3 max and then go to the next one, but you can sit there and wait on your trophies. Now, this one can be a bit on the tricky side, okay? Because you're going to be going in towards all this. Now, you can cast over here and let it roll that direction from the trees. Cast here in the middle. You can cast anywhere in this general area and catch a shark. So, for example, I'll do here. Excuse me. We'll let it roll down. One of my viewers likes they call this one the trophy tree. And on this, you want to let just keep on trucking until about the tree on the right side of the screen. You don't need to pick it up and reel it in. Recast. If you want to, you can. It's up to you. My suggestion, just let it keep on rolling. Keep the bait in the water. The only 2 spots that I like to cast, every minute or so is the first 2 spots that we were at. We just had to lick and leave. And the reason why I recast up there, because we have no current. So the bobber is just sitting in the water. It's not going anywhere. So I like to reset that bite rate every minute or so. You seeing that it's effective? Oh, just missed one. Pulled in just a little bit too soon. That's alright. It happens. But I called it fishing, not catching, right? And so he gets stuck in on that tree. Looks like he's going to anyway. Instant. You gonna stay on it? Possible trophy? As you can see, I tipped 32 there. Didn't come in, but hit it again. There's another trophy. Good old trophy tree. Okay, next position. Kick through here. And this is a spot that's well known, but we're going to go down here anyway. It's all the way towards the bottom. Well, top of the map. If you're looking at it. Make sure, again, you don't have your anchor down. You got your anchor down. Well, good luck. You might get lucky and pull it out. But 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to lose it. He's probably going to haul ass on you. And, well, you're just out of luck on that. You can see how many markers I got here. Some of them are catfish. This is another spot for catfish. Really good at night. You can catch a uni here. I've only ever caught 1 per night. I've heard of people catching 2 per night here. Let me know down in the comments if you've had better luck than just 1. If you're wondering how to catch those, I'm going to tell you instead of making another video. Bottom rod, large cut bait, extra large cut bait, anything bloody, blood works. If you are bottom fishing with any of those, large minnows, you can catch catfish and sharks here at night with the bottom rod. Very effective. And on this, I'm not going to be floating too far down. I'm going to let it go farthest, probably that big bush is in front of us. And then come back up and let it float down if we don't succeed on this cast. See if it stays on. And we got it. Another youngin', but you know, if you're a lower end player, you buy the pack, get the days over here. This is a rod and reel that you can afford, especially you know lower end players. Might not be able to get the duck muscle yet. You might be able to, but you can definitely get blood, and it's pretty much just as effective as this. So that's the best way to make money on here. Again, all the spots I showed you are trophy spots. I'll show you that other spot one more time on the map. If you come here, you take a left from this position, go up through the maze, hit the main run here, kick all the way around, take a right back here, come through here. This is a good arapaima and uni eel spot. Through here, there's a little bank sitting here. You can sit up on the bank, catch arapaima, or you get on your boat, and over here is a unique eel spot. You can catch with Araku minnow, a couple other baits. Araku seems to be the best for me. Take a left, come around here. You're going to see a big embankment here, and then, or a big island. There's a little river sitting behind it. Front and back of that, you can catch eel on both of those. I fished this for probably 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours, and never caught a uni over here. Doesn't mean there's not one, but over here I brought in probably 30, 40 uni eels out of this position. Again, using Araku minnows. But there's a little tip here. Cast from there, cast out to this position. There's GPS coordinates one more time. Use blood, use duck muscle, your choice. You can also use large minnows if that's what you want to use. If you have any questions, comments, if there's anything that you've been having a hard time catching and you want me to make a video about it, please leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.